Final moment. Princess Leonor says goodbye Spain in tears, Denmark awaits. She spoke into the mic. Her voice soft, trembling. Gracias, she said. Not just thank you. Goodbye. She stood at the balcony just as dawn broke over Madrid. The sky was pale pink, the air crisp, the cobblestones wet with dew. From inside, Spanish flags hung limply. Outside, people gathered, shivering, silent. In her hand she held a small note, folded thrice. Inside, words not yet spoken. She placed both hands on the balcony rail. Her breath came steady. The pain was already there, an ache in her chest she could not name. Across the plaza, children clutched their parents. Elders wiped their eyes. Alarm clocks set, hearts paused. She spoke. My beloved Spain, thank you for allowing me to grow, to learn, to love. Her eyes flicked to the horizon. Between buildings she glimpsed the route she'd take, down steps, through gates, into a carriage. The whispers followed. Se va. Hasta cuando? Why did she leave? What forced this farewell? It was never simple duty. It was more than protocol. It was longing, courage, fear, love. From her earliest memories, halls draped in tapestries, portraits staring, court protocol taught before she could crawl. Her footsteps echoed in rooms where her ancestors walked. She learned to curtsy, to speak languages, to smile at cameras, all before adolescence. Then came an unexpected friendship during a diplomatic visit to Copenhagen. A meeting under soft lights, polite exchanges, laughter disguised as diplomacy. She met someone, not from royal blood necessarily, but someone who saw her beyond the air, beyond protocol. Someone whose eyes understood her dreams. Did she realize in that moment what her heart demanded? The answer came quietly. A lullaby in Danish, a letter handwritten, a promise shared in hushed tones. Over time she felt caught between two worlds. Spain demanded loyalty, tradition, visibility. Denmark offered something gentler. Privacy, the possibility of a life chosen rather than given. In Spain she was always watched. In Denmark she might simply be. Her family sensed the change, Queen Letitia's soft warning glances, King Philippe's tightening jaw. Siblings exchanged folded words. Court advisors murmured loyalty. The media smelled an undercurrent, speculated endless possibilities. Were there objections? Yes. Protocols broken. Tradition questioned. Some said she was abandoning her birthright. Others whispered she was forging a new path, a path of love, perhaps, but also of risk. Her final night in Spain, the palace alive with memories. A dinner in candlelight, voices soft. The toast, por todo lo que fuimos, por todo lo que seremos. Her mother's hand on her shoulder. Her father's eyes brimming. They spoke of home. She held back tears. After dinner she walked in the gardens. The orange blossoms perfumed the air. She touched petals, remembering childhood laughter. She paused by a fountain, watched its water glint in lamplight, remembering when she first learned to ride a horse there. That night she packed, quietly. A small suitcase, a locket, a diary. She tucked into drawers letters she might never read again. Clothes folded with trembling hands. At dawn she dressed simply. No crown, no velvet gown. Just dignity. A light scarf, a modest dress. She stepped outside. The carriage waited. Guards in formation. The gates open. The crowd erupted. Some wept. Some shouted, "Viva la princesa!" Some held up photos. Some pressed forward, hoping for one final nod. She offered it. A small nod. A wave. The gates closed. Denmark awaited with its own rituals. In Copenhagen the palace lights had been dimmed, staff preparing a reception hall. Foreign dignitaries already arriving. Family friends making ready. A new chapter being set. She crossed borders and customs. Felt the shift in air, in language, in expectation. Denmark, with its fjords and calm, greeted her. And in its gentleness lay possibility. Who would she be there? The princess known to millions, or the woman known to few? Would she still carry Spain in her voice, her manners, her values? In Spain the response was thunder. Newspapers printed her image, half-turned. Op-eds debated. Noble sacrifice, personal betrayal, liberation. People screamed online. Others knelt in emotion. Mothers wept for the daughter leaving. Fathers felt pride and loss entwined. In Denmark there was warmth, curiosity. She's one of us now, some said quietly. Others asked how Spain would change. Would her departure mark a turning point in monarchy, in identity, in Europe's royal connections? She wondered too. At night, in her new room, a window overlooking cobbled streets, the sea in distance. She thought of the songs she grew up singing. The voices calling her, La Princesa. The weight of crown, of expectation. And she thought of love. And of home. Did she regret? Not exactly. But she felt loss. Nostalgia. A shadow that would follow. Yet also relief, the chance to define herself beyond title. To breathe. To love without spectacle. Her story becomes more than farewell. It becomes a bridge. Between Spain and Denmark. Between tradition and choice. Between duty and the self. In the end she did not abandon Spain. She carried it in her laughter, her accent, her compassion. She left, yes. But she also arrived somewhere, into a life chosen. Spain weeps, but Denmark waits. And in that space between sorrow and welcome, we see what courage truly is. Because goodbye is not the end, it is the seed of who we must become. Princess Leonor said her final moment in Spain. Denmark awaits her tomorrow.